What's happening? This is your favorite YouTube cousin, Lena G. And I thought it would be interesting to do a collective for divine intervention, right? Just so we'll know what's going on, right? So we're going to start off with the Oracle of the Angels just to kind of get a message and see where we're going from there, okay? I've already kind of prayed, and not kind of, I did. I prayed, set my intentions for the collective for a clear, concise message, and I ask that the Most High Divine Guiding White Light protect us from any dark images or entities that are not of our highest frequency, and I ask to close any doors that are not according to the God's will. How about that? All right, then. Bottom of the deck is fulfillment, okay? All right, then. We just need one card, Spirit. What is the message the collective needs to know at this time? What oracle message does the collective need to know right now? Thank you. Infinite potential. I like that. So this is saying that everything around you is within God's divine power and influence to make sure that you have everything you need and that the possibilities are endless and the potential is endless. And to put like a cap or a marker on it is saying that what the universe has for you, what God has for you is capped, and it's not, it's infinite, right? It's like no top, nothing on top of it because it's endless. Okay. So let me just read that because that is my translation of it. But I want you all to be able to have, I don't want to mince any words, right? Okay. All the potential and the resources you need to succeed are already within you, waiting to be discovered. Retreat into a peaceful space and still your mind. Connect with the infinite stillness of your being. From that space, you will be able to hear a little voice of wisdom within. It says, I listen to my inner voice and I am guided by my inner light. I am faithful to the truth of my heart. I have within me all the potential and all the resources to succeed. I am always guided to what is best for me. I like that. And that makes sense, right? Because to say that you can only have this amount when all of this is possible, yeah, that's like putting a cap and saying that, you it's like rationing it out, and there's no rationalizing anything. Everything is for the taking. All you got to do is ask, right? Some people say be in divine alignment and it's yours, right? So just know that you can go as far as your mind can achieve, or as far as you think in your mind you can go. If you don't think you can go far, if you don't think you can have it, if you don't think it's yours, then it never will. Okay. So these beautiful cards I got from Mystic Tarot, I believe her name is. I don't use them a lot. They are good. I don't use them a lot because they're a little chunky. But chunky is good. But anyway, um, we're gonna go with it because I just felt inclined to use them today. I don't use them a lot. This is probably like the third time I've ever used them. But you know what? We're gonna go within. We're gonna use it today because I feel like there's something divinely needed for the collective just to give us a little insight as to what we need to do for the week, what we need to do with our life. Sometimes we already know, we just need a little gentle nudge from the universe in terms of what to do next. Okay. So there you have that. This is like a divine headquarters oracle deck. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, guard the spiritual door. Now, you see right there, that's a lot. That says a lot. But it's saying you are protected. But just know that on the other side, hell can break loose at any moment, at any time, right? That's why it's like guard your door. This could be the door literally at your house. The door could be your spirit. You just need to protect it because you are always up against temptation. Red is very passionate, right? You know that, not to get too spiritual, but people influences with media, food, everything. Everybody want to control you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So this is saying that you, my friend, are no different. Your soul is wanted, and maybe not by who you want it to be by, but it is, and that at all costs you have to protect yourself, right, from lower entity things. And what they said, when you pray, you don't pray for what you see, you pray for the things and principalities, things that you can't see. Not to be too heavy, but this card came out, and I just got to tell you how it's coming to me, okay? All right. What does the collective need to know right now, Spirit? So this is saying that right now you might need spiritual guidance. This conversation, this I don't want to say assessment, but this meeting, us conversing, sharing, an exchange of information, me sharing this with you, is saying that this could be spiritual guidance, right? Because remember, I started off with saying, sometimes we already know, but we just need a little nudge. You don't have to come from me, come to me, because I'm not doing readings as of right yet. But there are a slew of people on YouTube, and or maybe within your family and within your immediate circle that you can go to, who you trust for spiritual guidance. Okay. This is saying that, like I said, you probably already know, but if not, maybe there is a message that you need to find out or you need to know. Maybe you have a nudge that something is what it is, but you just need clarification. Because a lot of times, as when we suspect something, it's like we already know. We just need someone to give us that clarity, that confirmation. But if you just go within, the universe, God will give you the message that you need, okay? And maybe, who knows, I might give you that message throughout this video today, okay? So you need some spiritual guidance, right? Somebody to help pull it out of you so that you will have a better awareness of what it is that you're up against, right? hmm and it could be at the bottom of the deck. Somebody is barking up the wrong tree. I never seen this card before. But you know what? You see this little dog right here? This dog is being protected under this bark, this tree that has fallen down in the woods, right? This dog don't even look like it's supposed to be in the woods, right? It's not supposed to be there. He's not afraid. He's not scared. But this big cat is like, if you want the smoke, I'm going to give you the smoke, right? So this is just like, just be careful that you're not barking up the wrong tree, because you could just be out of order. You could be in unfamiliar territory, right? So before you go to battle, just know who you're going to war with, because you got to make sure spiritually you have your ammunition. Okay. Okay. And this could be a wolf, but this wolf don't even seem like it's intimidated or scared by this big, humongous cat that look like it is 10 times its body weight, maybe even 30 pounds more, 30 times its body weight. Okay. It's a little tongue tied. All right. I'm telling you, these cards are so friggin' chunky. All right, Spirit, what else we need to know for the collective? What else do they need to know? Thank you. Okay. It could be a mature woman. This mature woman is somebody, could be your grandmother, your mother, a neighbor, but this is somebody that is almost like a sage, like she's wise. To me, she represents like the Hierophant, like somebody like the mother of the church, somebody in your community that you truly respect. Like when she talks, she gives you knowledge, she gives you insight, she gives you something like a piece of information for you to learn. And this may be somebody who maybe this week or by the end of this month, I'm thinking that you may want to go and just share and just confide in, right? She is there. She's open. She's receptive, and she looks like it will be forthright and forthcoming in giving and sharing information with you, right? You could also have a gift from above, from God, right? Something unannounced, something you wasn't expecting. It doesn't have to be something so tangible. It can just be a spiritual gift too. Okay, so take it as it applies. What else, Spirit, does this 2 minute cards? Okay, I'll take that one because it came out. Okay. You may have someone in your circle, and maybe this is some of the information that you're wanting a little bit more knowledge about. This person could be a pathological liar, right? Meaning they can't tell sugar, honey, iced tea right. Every time you talk to them, you ask them a question: is it sunny outside? They're like, no, it's dark, right? It's raining. I'm just saying something so trivial as common as that. that there's no consequences to like even lie, but this person cannot tell the truth to save their soul. Don't know why that is, but you have somebody in your circle that you can't trust because every time you go to them, something so common is it's a lie, right? Everything that fall out their mouth is like Pinocchio. That nose just grow, 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 right? So maybe this is why you're wanting spiritual guidance because the person who you're inquiring about or is the messages about, not that you wanted to know, but it seems like that's what you're needing to know. This person is somebody you can't trust, right? This could be a hard pill for you to swallow, right? Because whatever information that's going to come out, it might reveal to you, or you're going to get a taste of your own medicine, right? It could be something you already knew, but it's like, wow, right? You could be this pathological liar. I hope not, but hey, you might. Um, and when I'm trying to get at is this hard pill to swallow, it may be something that may come out that you may not like. And that information just could be hard for you to swallow. It could just be hard for you to process because it might bring up something that you really didn't want to have to address. You could also be in a season of an abundance harvest, right? We're going to find out what that means, right? But they definitely are wanting you to eat right, eat a little bit more healthy, eat more fruits and vegetables. hmm They're also saying at this time that you need to pay attention to the music that you're listening to. Sometimes, they have like subliminal messages and things that is in our immediate surroundings. Remember, I said that when I said that about that spiritual door, that you got to protect it at all costs, even including your soul, because they have like little innuendos. I'm sorry, and I don't want it to make it that type of reading, but things to lure you and persuade you into certain things. Okay, it can also be a way of people trying to communicate with you, right? Like they also call that like a snake charmer. So just be careful, pay attention to what you absorb in your system, like what you're eating, what you're listening to, what you're drinking, because all of those things affect you on a real practical, I don't want to say mundane, but on a day-to-day basis. You ever have been at home in your car or doing whatever, just do a normal day-to-day task and you feel like, oh my God, I just feel depressed all of a sudden. That's a spirit, that's an entity just out of the blue, right? It could be hormonal, but it could just be like the frequency, the vibrations that is just going on. So just be careful, right? They're wanting you to have like a little bit more clarity, like yin and yang, to balance out the positive, the negative, the female, the male energies inside of you, right? Because again, remember, I told you it's a lot of influences out there that is trying to more or less control you. It's a lot of things in place that are out there to get you to do sometimes things that you really didn't think you would do, but you find yourself doing. Okay, so just be careful. And it's looking like you are balancing and getting peace, right? Okay. What else does the collective need to know at this time? Okay. You could be graduating. You could have a graduate in your circle, right? You could be trying to give them advice on what to do next with their life. This could be, like, and this could be you, like, okay, what's the next phase of my life? It's going to come to you, that clarity. Remember, balance, clarity. So if it's yourself or if it's your child, if they don't know, I know right now they're in the throes of graduating and they so happy, like, okay, come September I ain't got to get ready for school, like at least high school, middle school, what have you. But if they don't know, and or if this is you, I feel like as the time gets closer, you will know what it is that you need to do. Okay, it'll just come to you in terms of the next phase of your life. What else, Spirit? Okay, so there could be some endings like school, but there could be some endings that are coming up. It doesn't have to be a physical death, but it could just be a transformation of one form or act or service to something else, right? All right. This is really like a lot of collective things, right? this is this type of reading. This is also saying that you could be in the midst of a spiritual war, a spiritual, you could be a spiritual warrior. So maybe that's why you have to be prayed up. Okay. It's like, but it's telling me you're not going to battle by yourself. You have your ancestors, you have archangels, and you have like the divine. Like I see this sun, this make me think of the divine, the source, the supreme God of the universe, right? That is protecting you. So you're not fighting any battle by yourself. You have a legion of angels, probably ancestors and archangels that are there to help you go through whatever spiritual attack or uh, any type of defense that you need. You're protected. Look at this sword, right? He looked like he ready for some action, right? He looked like one of these sumaru wrestlers, not wrestlers, but fighters, warriors. But just, just know that whatever you're going through, and maybe this is why you feel like you need some guidance, maybe you feel like you're under spiritual attack, you're going to be all right. You are protected. Always know you're never alone. All you got to do is just call on them. What else does the collective need to know? The collective for divine intervention. What is the message that they need to know right now, Spirit? Okay. Just a lot of cards. All right. This is saying that everything happens in divine intervention. You see this little baby, all this brightness and positivity around them, right? And these like little monies falling. So this baby look like it's still forming. They don't even like their eyes and everything is really formed. But you could be at a beginning stage or something because we got an ending, right? We got death. But everything that is happening in divine time and divine intervention. Like something higher than you is at play here to make sure everything works the way it's supposed to. hmm They also said there are some warring angels that are around you, fighting battles in the spiritual realm because it looks like you got people who are around you who could be very jealous, very envious. They could have what you want and or trying to prevent you from goals in your mission in life, right? Again, we got this guard that spiritual door, right, at all costs because so much is at stake now. Your destiny can be at stake, your family bloodline could be at stake because you can be on a divine mission, right? And because you have a divine mission, so many things could be trying to come up against you so that you don't complete your mission. But let me tell you, can't nothing or no one stop what is destined and designed for your life. Okay? All right. Is there anything else we need to know for the collective? Thank you. Okay. If you haven't, this is saying that you will in this lifetime meet your soulmate, right? Look at these two little lovebirds. It's destined, right? As above, so below. It's just that things take time to come down from the spiritual realm into the earthly plane, right? So I think right now you just really need to just focus on being your highest version of yourself and know that this will come, but it's going to come at the most, I don't want to say obtuse, but it'll come at the time that it's meant to. Remember, divine intervention is at play, right? It's not about our ego. hmm this is letting me know that it is something about you and your bloodline that your ancestors has chosen you to kind of like break generational curses, to be the warrior for your family so that you all can, even people behind you and even in front of you, so that you all can complete your mission and or to break things that generationally you all were doing. It can just be overgiving, um, being afraid to commit, being vulnerable, not standing up for yourself, or, it can be ancestral things, right? Like bad things like rape and um, incest and all those other things. But this is saying that you were chosen for a certain time, as for today, to come and break those things so that your lineage can have like a clear passageway to complete the mission that God has for them for your life. Okay. I know that's a little heavy. I am so sorry, but that's just what's coming out. I'm the type of person, I just don't like a lot of heavy energy, but this is what had to come out. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else we need to know? Okay. It's also saying just be careful because you have people in your corner who, when you look at them, they look good, but these people can be a thief. They can, as they say, try to swap destinies with you. So be careful. That also may mean to be a little bit reserved and telling everyone or telling people what your next move is. So have some discernment, and don't share everything all at once. Don't even share it until you know for certain and you've already started something, because sometimes you can have people talk you out of what you're supposed to do, right? Remember, I told you you are on a divine mission, right? It's like the story of Jonah. You have a certain place that you have to go by a certain time, and God is not allowing anyone to intercede on with that mission happening. Okay. All right. So like I said, in the background, you got warring angels. They ready for war at any given moment to ensure that you do what is anticipated and expected of you. Okay. All right. So it also may mean you might be traveling. So where you are right now, you may not be where you are now within the next 6 months to a year and a half. Okay. So you might have to move, right? In the process of that, you're going to meet some new people that will probably be a part of your, I say soul tribe, for lack of a better word. Okay. Um, you might have to move because it could be people where you are now who you just say vibrationally you're not a match with, right? And so because of that, what they say, like your light may irritate their demons, right? So just be careful because it's like you got these worrying angels around you, but they're there because it's like people who are around trying to prevent you from doing what is necessary for your life, right? So remember, I said you got people who are jealous, right? Because you are a gift. Not only are you a gift, you hold something very special that is needed, right? To make mankind good. It could be counseling, it could be a teacher, it could be music, it could be anything, but it's obviously you have a gift, you have a light inside of you that radiates that can help a lot of people. It could just be one person right now, but it could be masses too. Only you know. That's between you and God, right? Hence, probably the reason for the spiritual guidance, right? Divine timing here is at play, right? I told you that you could be moving, right? You could be getting a new home. You could be selling the home you're in now. But like I said, remember with the graduation, I'm saying you might not know all the pieces to the puzzle. You just know, okay, I graduated. And graduation don't necessarily mean physically graduating, like graduating from university, but graduating from the challenges that you have right now in order for you to go to the next phase chapter of your life, right? So you could be closing a chapter because I said there is an ending, so there could be a beginning, right? And everything happens in divine timing. I just want to make sure you're keeping up with me, okay? Anything else, Spirit, that the collective needs to know? Okay, that's a lot, but we wanted to come out. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. There could be a man in your travels that's a little older, a little wiser. This could be a father, but this could be somebody that you look up to for advice, right? Um, this woman in the picture is younger, so you could be younger than him. And you can flip the roles too, because you could be an older woman and it could be a younger man. But this right here is letting you know that you're going to come across a man in your amongst your travels that he could be light skinned, he can be older than you, and he could be very influential in your on your journey. Um, you might have some attachments that you may have to let go of. some attachments. You know, sometimes when we get with certain people, they have attachments on them that can come on to us. So you might have to do an aura cleanse just to kind of like free yourself, so that if you got like a serious love offer or something that is coming up in the near future, it's like you almost got to do some shadow work in order to usher this in, right? You probably don't see it right now, but you are definitely going to rise from the ashes like a phoenix. You probably like, Lena G, I've been through so much. And maybe right now, because you're in the midst of it, you don't see ways on how your life is growing. Remember, I said you're on a divine mission. So your task, your journey in life is not like everyone else. You may think everybody else or someone else may have it easier than you. You don't know. We don't know, right? Because all of us live life through a different perception and through the lenses of our own eyes. So don't ever look to the left or to the right of someone else and compare their lives to yours, because everyone has their challenges, positive and negatives. Okay. It's not what you go through, it's how you respond to what you're going through. Okay. But my friend, beloved, you will rise above the ashes. You already have shown people that you are a phoenix. Okay. So you can come out amongst the storm, the ashes, into something very beautiful. Because what did I say earlier? You were brought here for this very moment, right? Okay. So you're going to do what you have to do so that you can continue on to complete your divine mission. Okay. What else? Is there anything else, Spirit, that we need to know for this divine intervention for the Spirit? For the collector. For the Spirit, for the collector. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anybody that has come up against you to try to prevent you, just know that they will have their day. They will have their spiritual course. So do not try to retaliate. Do not try to, hold or harbor any ill will to anyone. Mm-mm. Pack light, emotionally light. That's what I'm talking about. So pack light so that all what is meant for you, all your abundance, it will come. Okay. So do not be upset, twisted, angry, resentful, spiteful, all those other negative adjectives that you could think of. Just release and let them go with love, okay? Take the high road. Anything else, Spirit, for the collective that they need to know for the divine intervention? Thank you. Right. Whoever you're coming in contact with, this could be a man that is very spiritual. They pray, right? And you see like the guardian angels, the angels are there protecting him, right? He's a very wise person to the point he is like a hierophant, right? Very wise, very spiritual. He can be of Indian descent, whoever you're meeting. Yeah, he could be of Indian descent, or he could be white, or he could be light skinned of a African American, or light toned it from for his race. Hmm. This person and you will have a heart of a child, very innocent, right? So this is letting me know that this mission that you're going on is a mission to run across your significant other, right? Maybe you don't see this, hence maybe this is what I'm saying to you now. So this could be new information. You all are different, right? It could be a different race, it could be skin color, but one thing's for certain is that you all have an innocence of love, like you love as an agape love, a love for God, how God sees us, and this is the way that you two will love each other. Okay, it won't be in a lustful way; it would be in of agape love. Right, very innocent, very pure, very angelic. How God sees us and how God want us to love our neighbors. Okay, that's what I see. This person could have money, right? He could come from money. If not money, he could be very influential and help you to generate ways and or resources so that you can do what you need to do in this physical plane. Okay. You're very brave. You don't know it, but you are slaying the demons. Remember, because I told you you have like that barking up the wrong tree. right? That little wolf-like type of dog wasn't afraid, even though it's barking up the tree, right? But this is letting me know you are so brave. This little boy think because he got this big old blade, he can get this little dark like hank of a person, right? So just know that you're protected, right? And although you may not know it, you have everything in your spiritual arsenal to protect yourself. Mhm. This is also saying just be careful. You can have someone from your past that wants to come back and reconnect, right? It could be an old lover, right? They return. So just be careful. Somebody may want you to go back to where you used to be, but you're not that person anymore. You see, he's aged, she didn't, right? This person probably didn't address like their dark shadow side, they probably was into drinking, other things, you can name them. But it sounds like it looks like those things affected the quality of their life, where she looks young and youthful, right? It could be your father too. Not saying that you had an intimate relationship with them, but I'm just saying that this is somebody coming back in your life who didn't really take good care of themselves, right? Okay. He can't even see, but he wants to rekindle something. And she looks so surprised by, his return. So just be cognizant of that. You don't want to go back into any type of imprisonment of what you used to be, because you're not the same person that you were in the past. Okay. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, before we close this up? Okay. Be careful. This ex person, or it could be somebody else in your immediate energy. Somebody could be very obsessed, have a very obsessed thoughts. They're dark. Their energy could be heavy, and this could be somebody who just only wants you for whatever reason. Just be careful, because this person could be very dangerous, intrusive to the point that they can't accept no. So just be careful of the energy that you give to people, right? If you see the first sign of a red flag, like hot tempered, um, ghosting, love bombing, wanting to chase you, when you say don't call, they call, whatever those red flags are, just be cognizant of it. You may even want to tell a friend or a parent or a relative or whomever, hey, I tried to cut it off with this person and they just can't seem to take no as no. So just keep a mental Rolodex, and the first sight of this person ain't the one, let it go. Because life is different now. Okay. All right. Anything else, Spirit, that we need to know? Okay. This is saying that you are a healer and you are a guardian and you are being guarded, right? So if you have any pets, any cats, any dogs, any birds, those animals are here to protect you. Okay. And it's also telling me you are protected. Your spirit guides, your ancestor, to whomever you pray to, they are protecting you. Okay. Know that. You and this person that I said that is coming to you, your life, you both are very spiritual, right? You were a praying woman, and you got the white light of protection around you, as did he. You two are very different, though. It could be the way you were raised, concept, beliefs, um, race. Something about you two are different. Okay. Lastly, Spirit, before we close this up. All right. Barking up the wrong tree came up again. Okay. So just know, just be careful, because, although you're powerful and protected, you don't want to go to war if you don't have to. Okay. But just know, in your spiritual arsenal, you are good. You could be a high priest. And what that means is you know how to tap into the most high divine white light, and or the person that you're meeting who is coming up to into your energy, they are a high priest. They are very, they have spiritual discipline. They may pray, they may meditate, they may fast. They know how to call on to God. They know how to use their intuition. They have good discernment. Okay. All right. And then let's do a sacred symbol, and then I will let you go. Spirit guide, guardian angels of the most high divine white light, can you please give me a divination sacred symbol? for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. They say you got courage and you got relief coming, okay? So if you were concerned about a situation, how will it work out? You have the spiritual influence and you got relief, meaning you got help. You got some angels on the other side and in this physical realm that is protecting you and helping you. You are very lucky, okay? You are lucky, you are protected. And if you don't know, now you know, okay? All right. Bottom of the deck, you are going through a transformation. Remember, I said you will be moving. Where you are now, you will not be within the next 6 months to a year and a half. Okay. So you are going through a transformation, even spiritually, right? That's why I was telling you, be careful of the trees that you bark up, even though you will be protected. You just don't know, right? So it's like you never want to dance with the devil. Okay. You're going to meet someone that is new, but there are some energies around you that you need to clear up. You got people who are jealous, who are envious, and you got a stalker, someone who is very obsessive, who don't want to let you go. Okay. So there may be some doors that you need to close, right? You could be dealing with someone that is a pathological liar, who could be this person who is obsessive with you and don't want to let you go. Somebody want to return somebody from your past, right? Now we got a lot of cards. We got friendship, fire, and we got magic, right? Hopefully none of these things scare you. But let me do a quick rundown of, let me see, of what this means. So starting off with magic number 3. This says, you are a magical being. Time to stop hiding the awe-inspiring abilities you have to connect to the divine. Drawing the pentacle invites you to connect with your personal magic on a deeper level at this time. Working with the phases of the moon in ritual and with herbs, candles, crystals, and spell work in some ways can connect our magic on the physical plane to the etheric realms, my bad. Find what suits you best with love and with harm to none. If you are inquiring about a relationship or situation, take heart. There is something quite special here. Proceed with curiosity and wonder as the situation begins to unfold in the most unique of ways. Meditate on the pentacle when you want to draw on the power of the elements to protect your energy and or sacred space. Okay? All right. So just if that's something you ascribe to, take it. If not, release it. Then we have 17. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. This says that you have a ally, positive support, community, and a camaraderie. Meditate when you want more harmony and peace in your community. Also used to draw new alliances and friends. So this is a signal of peace, friendship, and the end of war. So if you were at war or beefing with someone, just know that this is a positive support that you're getting from your community. And remember, I said that you are protected, right? Physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Lastly, we have fire. 27. 7 and 2 is 9. And 9 is almost at the end of a cycle, right? So you can start something new again. 27. Okay. So light, creativity, drive, purity, passion, and new opportunities. The element of fire can free you from boredom, clear karma, and give you the energy required to take action. Be warned though, too much fire can also burn. So be mindful of utilizing this energy wisely by channeling its creatively. Oh my God. Meditate on this symbol with the assistance of a candle to inspire creativity, motivation, and passion. Okay. So you could have somebody that's coming around into your life as a fire sign and or hence you can be a fire sign. Okay. I hope this gave you some clarity. to let you know that you are divinely protected. Because if you don't know, now you know you are divinely protected. It looks like you are on a spiritual mission, right? And it looks like you need some guidance in that they are asking that you go and talk to someone that you look up to as a sage, right? Or another person who reads tarot, if that's what you're into, to give you some better insight as to what's to come. It looks like you're moving. You are dating someone who is not totally honest, and they don't have they don't have an honesty bone in their body. But the person that you're planning to meet is a high priest, and they are just as spiritual as you. And this person is going to love you very I would say organically, like the way God loves you, right? On a very simple and mundane level where they don't want anything from you but just to be yourself. Okay. And that is who you have coming in. You two may be different. Okay. But the love that you have for one another is very innocent. All right, my dear. I hope you got some type of insight out of it. It was my pleasure. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hey, leave me a message. Connect with me. Talk to me. That would be so beneficial. Mwah. Until the next time. Peace.